Okay.
We're going to talk about the misuse of boundaries.
Woohoo!
Go back and watch part 1 and 1.5 because we had technical difficulties.
That's right. It happens.
And forgive me, I just drank and it went down the wrong hole. I'm still recovering. Okay. Misuse. I see this so much, especially in young people, but a lot of older people too.
Mm-hmm.
So, they set rigid and controlling rules.
Yeah.
Calling them boundaries.
Okay.
They set rules to dictate another person's life, behavior, and friendships as a means of control.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot hang out with that friend.
Yep. Or that'll be the end of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not setting a boundary.
No,
that's being
ultimatum.
controlling. Yeah.
Yeah, manipulating.
Yep. Stonewalling.
Oh.
They use strict boundaries to refuse to communicate or engage until the other person gives in to their demands.
Yep.
Not boundaries.
A big giant stonewaller is the silent treatment.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
And we keep in mind as we go through this, boundaries, you control your behavior, not someone else's.
Yeah.
Guilt and fear tactics.
Uh-huh.
They employ emotional manipulation, guilt and fear to coerce others into compliance.
Yep. So if you're not answering me within 10 seconds of the time I sent your text, then what are you doing?
Right.
Or why aren't you?
You have, one of my boundaries is you have to answer my call every time I call because I have a boundary because I was cheated on before.
Yeah.
That's not a boundary.
No.
That's you need healing and you're trying to control. Yeah. False or unreasonable demands. Setting a boundary that's impossible or involves punishment as a form of manipulation. With the silent treatment or no sex or things of that nature. That's not a boundary.
No, that's a manipulation. And that was something that in relationships people get accused of.
A lot.
You know, you're holding out on me because of XYZ. No, I don't use that. That's not a tactic I am in for. You know,
right.
Find out why it's not happening instead of that I'm trying to manipulate you.
Right.
No. Or versus versa.
Well, and like my daughter with the list, like she didn't emotionally manipulate the kids. It's like, you know, it was, you didn't do this thing. This was the consequence.
Yeah. It wasn't because I wanted you to suffer.
Right.
Or I didn't hold out on getting you groceries.
Right.
You were responsible for this, and the consequence was...
You didn't get it because you didn't send me the list.
Exactly.
Yeah. Demanding access to private information. Accessing social media, email, journals without permission under the guise of checking up on them.
Yeah.
I want to see if you're crossing my boundaries or if you're thinking about crossing my boundaries.
Yeah, that's
because
a giant
now
boundary.
I'm going to police your thoughts too.
Right.
That's not boundaries.
No. And the thing is, the trust, if there's not a trust, then somewhere you crossed, there were some boundaries you didn't uphold.
Well, and you shouldn't be in a relationship to begin with.
Trusting somebody. Yeah.
Right. The second you have the thought to look at your partner's
phone
stuff,
something,
it's done.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
And then eventually it became that I won't check anybody's phone.
Right, because they're going to do what they're going to do. The only thing you have control over is what you do.
Exactly.
Yeah. Invalidating a partner's feelings or actions. Using the concept of boundaries to make them feel like they are doing something wrong, even if their actions are healthy, like setting personal time or spending habits. You don't spend enough time with me.
Right.
Or it's Christmas, you bought your mama this thing, but you didn't buy me that thing. Or
right. You know what? I have one that actually sometimes people don't quite think about, but I came across this. So I had a particular person that called me every day. And I didn't, at that time, there was a lot going on. So I'm like, I didn't know how to set that boundary. I didn't know how to communicate that boundary that it was like, you're calling me and I'm doing 5 different things right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right now is not the best time. And this for me was a difficult thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right now is not the best time. How about you call me at such and such time? I will respect you enough to set that time away, and that way you have my full attention.
Mm-hmm.
So that to me was me setting a boundary, because instead of just, or hey, I can't talk right now, I'll talk to you later, and not, communicate. To me, that was like a boundary. If you call me and I say this, then you're like, oh, okay, I'll talk to you later then.
Mm-hmm.
You don't guilt me into, well, you never talk to me, you never blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So,
yeah.
that was something that I recently learned about.
Yeah. Ooh, and it made me just think about your boss.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody's boss calling on days off.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
That doesn't
know,
happen now.
I know so many people that they have a job. It's an important job.
Yeah.
But they get, between work and home,
Yeah.
they get 5 phone calls from work.
Oh, that was a really serious problem with the last management
The
position
person
I
that
held.
relieved you, that holds the same title and position you do, that's their job now.
Yeah. Yeah.
That could be a boundary. I'm off. I'm not going to answer my phone.
I wouldn't see, and my thing was always, I'm not going to bother you on your day off.
Don't.
So I don't expect to be bothered on my day off. Everybody needs a day off.
Right.
So yeah. And that manipulation was, well, that's what you signed up for.
No, it's not.
No.
No. Where does it say in my
Yeah.
job description that I have to answer you on my day off?
Right. Right.
Yep.
So,
So
yeah.
examples of violating boundaries.
Yeah.
So we've got the emotional and verbal mistreatment, teasing, yelling, name calling when the other person has indicated that it makes them uncomfortable,
Right. Yeah.
being the butt of someone's joke.
See, and that.
And like my ex, I don't know, he always liked to talk about inappropriate things between us
Mm-hmm.
in front of our child.
Yeah.
That is
Yes.
not cool with me.
No.
Don't do you're gonna do what you're gonna do,
Right.
but you're not gonna do it in my house.
No.
So if you continue to do that, you're not welcome over here anymore.
Yep.
Because that's not acceptable. That's inappropriate to
And
the
there,
child.
There was an instance, and I stood up, and that was the first time I think that boundary was set. There was an outburst, and something was spilled, and then there was more outbursts, and it was directed at a child, and I stood up, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah.
So, yeah, important, but again, that was, parenting and whatever you want to call it, but
And I was just joking.
well,
It's not a joke if you're the only one laughing and everybody's looking mortified.
right. Well, that happens all the time. No, it may happen all the time, but now it's no longer going to happen.
Yeah.
There comes a point where it's wrong, and now you know that it's wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Gaslighting, questioning the other person's reality or making them believe that their feelings and perceptions are wrong.
Yeah. I could go on for hours.
Oh, definitely. But people use this tactic and then call it boundaries.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
So, yeah, definitely not. Invading personal space and privacy, overstepping physical boundaries, or disregarding a person's need for personal space and privacy,
Yeah.
like the phone call. Like, I've had a couple of friends that they would come to visit and never leave.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm cooking dinner.
Yeah.
You have this horrible problem. You're crying on my doorstep. I'm gonna let you in.
Right.
But you see me cooking dinner.
Right.
She even made a comment one time, well, I always thought it was rude to have dinner in front of a guest and not offer them any. First of all, I'm not eating
Right.
because I don't have enough to offer.
Right. Right. Yeah.
But now it's 3:00 in the frickin' morning. My food's cold and gross.
Yeah.
and you still won't leave.
Yeah.
And my thing is, I've given you all the hints. Okay, well, it's getting late.
Yeah.
Everything I can do.
Yeah.
You're still not getting it.
Yep.
I go from hint to get the fuck out of my house.
Yes.
And I really try not
like 3 o'clock in the morning, yes.
Yeah, I really try not to do it the ugly way.
Yeah.
And I'll do everything in my power not to.
Right.
I only did it once. But like, you're sitting there talking to me with this existential crisis, the 4th one this week, that you've brought on yourself.
Right.
And so now it's like, if you continue to overstay your welcome, I'm not going to invite you in my house anymore.
Right. Why
So,
would you?
Yeah.
Like, if it's something that's a problem, and I had somebody over not that long ago, and it seemed like they were just, it was time. It really was time for them to go. I don't remember if I had to work the next day or whatever. And I just kindly said, you know, hey, I need to get some sleep. It's been wonderful talking to you, but I got to go to bed, and so it's time for you to leave.
Yeah.
And so, but 5 years ago, I'd be falling asleep and they'd still be there.
Oh, I've
and
totally done that.
and you're just like, oh my gosh. But I have to tell you, because when you said that about eating, one, most likely she was coming over at that time so she could have you. My aunt, and this is my aunt, not the one that was the drinker, but the other one. And this is back in the 50s, like where they had Bridge Club or whatever. And there was a particular couple that would come over right at dinner time. And back then you were supposed to, if you went to someone's house for dinner, you offered to help with dishes or do the dishes, or, you know, you helped, can I help you clean the table? In my book,
that's still a rule. Yeah.
And this, absolutely. And so this particular couple would not help with dishes, and so my aunt would put the dishes in the sink, and then after everybody left and everything, then she'd do up the dishes before she went to bed. Well, they got tired of this particular couple doing this every single week. So the last time it happened, my aunt and uncle put the dishes on the floor and let the dog lick all the dishes and then put them back in the cupboard.
That's awesome.
That couple never came back. She said, and I love this story about it, and this was she said, man, I had to take every single thing. I had to empty all of my cupboards and rewash everything. But my gosh, it was worth the look on their face.
That is awesome.
So I'm talking like,
Oh, the picture slid off. That's awesome.
Yeah, I just thought that was hilarious.
But like, as far as boundary goes, like that friend that overstayed, she got angry with me.
See, that's
because you're my friend. I'm going through something. You're supposed to be there for me.
Yeah. Well,
I've been there for you for 12 hours.
Yeah, enough.
Now I need my time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then so too, in trying to communicate with them, and like I said with earlier in the conversation I would have, that, you know what, in order for me to concentrate on what we're talking about, all of this in the background needs to be taken care of first.
Yeah.
You know, hey, call before you come over. If you need a marathon, give me some kind of notice, and I'll say, hey, now is not a good time. Let me do this and this, and then, you know what I mean? So and that's just, again, about manners and I don't want to say common sense, but being conscious of other people.
Right.
And yeah.
Okay. Disregarding or pushing limits. Constantly pushing until someone gives in, ignoring their no.
Yeah.
Or attempts to enforce boundaries.
Yeah. And that can happen in a lot of relationships, especially in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Because that was a really big thing. That, you know, I wouldn't feel good or whatever. And earlier on in my adulthood, I had medical issues, and so it would be like, roll over, and I'd be like, listen,
right,
I can't help this, and it took like a really big reaction in order for it to finally click with that other person. hey, it's not just about me.
Right.
And so by me, I don't want to say, because that's not really a boundary, it's a reaction to a lack of boundary, maybe. That you're like, hey, enough is enough already. Or maybe that's when the boundary was set.
Yeah.
That's when the boundary was set, that you doing this is not going to get the reaction that you're looking for, so you might as well quit doing it.
Right.
And if it doesn't stop, then
this is what I'm gonna do.
this is what I'm going to do. Or,
Yeah.
Got it.
And then to well, probably I shouldn't go there. Because that's a whole nother. Well, because I've had people, it's like they want to do a thing.
Yeah.
And then it's no. 4 hours later, no.
Right.
They wear you down.
Yes.
And then finally, like, fine, let's do it and get it over with. Because it's
Yeah.
only going to take 5 minutes anyway. And so, like, they wear
Right.
you down.
Yeah. Yeah. That was.
That's crossing a boundary. And that's SA by coercion.
Yeah.
So technically, that's considered SA.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No means no.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always been an advocate of that.
When to set boundaries. Okay, this is a really good one.
Yeah.
Especially for those of us that didn't know what they were.
Exactly.
When you're more concerned about pleasing the other person
Yes.
than you are about listening to your own needs.
Yes.
When you need to create space to reflect quietly, to consider your own needs first.
Yes. I need alone time, and I need you to respect that.
Or even, I see it happen like in arguments. I got in a fight with one of my son-in-law type people once. And apparently he had a bone to pick with me. It was a bad day. I'd had a doctor's appointment that day. I was hurting extra. I was cooking them dinner. Like, it was an extra bad day.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept telling them, not now.
Right.
It's not the time. We will definitely discuss it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to have an actual grown-up discussion, you're going to have to wait. I'm not in a space I can do that.
Right.
And he kept pushing and kept pushing and kept pushing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not proud of it.
Nope.
But I wound up in his face calling him everything but God bless you.
Yeah.
And damn near kicking him out of the house.
Yeah.
Because he didn't respect my boundary.
Yeah.
We will
time.
definitely talk about this.
Yeah.
But we can't right now. And that's like people that push for an answer. Well, I need an answer right now.
Yeah.
Well, if you want one right now, the answer is no.
Right.
You got to give me time to think about it. I'm not going to say yes to something I haven't thought about.
Right.
So
That's, yeah.
if you find yourself in situations where you're not able to step back and think and figure things out,
Yeah.
a boundary needs to be set.
Yep.
You have not had past experiences or childhoods of having your needs validated by others.
Ooh, yay. Oh,
And that's where we get that whole what's a boundary.
yeah, exactly. That there's so many instances. Because I was one of those kids, I was inquisitive.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to know everything. And you know, why? Why? But I wanted to know, like, weird stuff. I don't...
That's normal.
Yeah. Yeah, that is... I guess that's normal.
Mm-hmm.
So, instead of setting boundaries or communicating, it was just, no. So, that's, I think, where I get the black and white of it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
strong boundary or just no.
Yeah.
Or no boundary. No boundary or just strong boundary of no.
Yeah, and when you grow up in a household, for whatever reason, your needs aren't met,
Yeah.
or you take care of the other people, or like you have no clue. You think that's normal. You don't know.
Right.
Oh, I can say no.
Exactly. That's totally another one.
Mm-hmm.
Because I jumped from I have this tendency to jump from the fire pan or frying pan right into the flame on multiple instances in my life. And if I would have just known, and I think, I don't know, it's a thought that pops in my head, and I know it's something that is being worked on, but I feel like I could have saved some relationships had I had better boundaries.
A lot of relationships could be saved with boundaries. Yeah.
And not just, romantic, but
Right.
others as well.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm getting there.
Yeah. Okay, you may require counseling to develop the skills needed to be able to express your needs.
Yeah, we talked about that.
We did. Okay. When you've been taught implicitly or explicitly by your family or community that your desires or needs are not as important as those people around you.
Yeah.
And get mad at me if you want. First thing that popped into my head was church.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Think higher of your brother and sister than you do of yourself.
Yep. Well, and I think that's one of the reasons, like, I left a church because I watched somebody stand up there and tell me that I wasn't worthy of breathing. And it's like, wait a minute, who are you?
But that's the belief. We are dirt, shit, pond scum.
And I decided I'm setting that boundary. I'm never going back there again because that's bullshit.
Right. Yeah. And that's one of the hardest places to set boundaries is church. And that's one of the places too where it is made completely evident that it's 100% about you and your actions.
Yeah.
You cannot change religion. You can't change the rules, the laws, the mindsets, all of that.
Right.
If you are uncomfortable with what's going on, if you don't believe in it, if you don't agree with it, your only option is to leave.
Yeah. So it's all or nothing.
Yeah.
And again, that's where those other boundaries just get washed out, and not that you could have saved any kind of relationship with that, because that was completely out of your control. But yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, if you are told that you're selfish when you ask for help.
See, and when I think of that, I think of it in a couple of different ways. Because I think that there's been times where I have asked for help. And again, not so much in my adult life because I learned not to.
Right.
But, and I have a great support system now. I'm not saying that that's not happening. But when you're younger and you ask for help, or even I guess in your adult life too, why would you think that? Or why would you want to do it that way? Or, you know what I mean? And it's like, so you learn to quit asking and try and figure it out yourself. And so then, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But then this makes me think too, like, don't get it twisted. There are some people that all they do is ask for help.
True. Rather than help themselves.
Right.
And at that point, there's another boundary to be set. And I think most people that have ever known me know I will help you to the ends of my abilities as long as you're helping yourself.
Right.
So that's a pretty good boundary that I
Yeah,
have.
definitely.
Thankfully.
Interesting one. If you were bullied in school.
Oh?
Because it turns out there's a direct link between being bullied in school and then being, as an adult, one of those people that the boss asks more of you than they ask of your workmates. And you do it.
Okay. So how does the bullying go into being the bullied?
You're not the
You don't
bullied.
think so? If someone's asking you to do more than what you should
because you
be
become an
doing.
overachiever.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And so, can you stay these hours here? Can you lock up? Can you do this? Can you do that?
Yeah. I guess I looked at it as bullying as it's because to me that's like being taken advantage of. I think that's the main way that I've ever been bullied is by being taken
You ever got your ass
advantage
kicked?
of. Mm-mm.
Humiliated?
Mm.
Lies spread about you? Backstab?
No. I mean, I think there was one time in junior high that I caught wind of somebody saying something to me or about me, and I just went right to the source and nipped it in the bud.
Well, how are you bullied?
Just by being taken advantage of, because I wasn't strong enough. I didn't know what no meant.
Uh-huh.
So I guess that's the way I look at it, because to me, and again, redefining things, so this may not be the most appropriate way of thinking of it, but to me, if somebody is taking it from you, why don't they say, oh my gosh, enough is enough already? Because I didn't have the boundaries, I didn't have the knowledge to say, a taker's always going to take. You have to set your boundary to be not taken from anymore.
Right. But I personally don't define that as bullying.
Right. So but that's what I'm saying, like how I grew up to think of things.
Yeah, because like a couple that we know, and it's like, why doesn't he leave?
Yeah.
Well, duh, he's not gonna leave. She pays his bills. She cooks his food. She lays in his bed.
Exactly.
He'd be stupid to leave.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And see,
taker's gonna take.
And I see that as bullying, because you don't have my best interest at heart. You want to take from me, so I have less than, to frost your ego, or to so you can be higher up and take it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I see bullying as like taking advantage. And I mean, I've been taken advantage of before, and I don't see that part as bullying, but that has to do with me setting my boundaries, I see it as a form of bullying.
Okay.
Because you don't have to be a jerk about it, you know what I mean?
Right.
In those instances.
Right.
And that's where a lot of the taking advantage of, I think, I've experienced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, that's what's so cool about us. We have different ideas about things, but we're still awesome. It's like, no, we can't be friends anymore because you don't think like I think.
No. We knew that from, probably after the first day we actually hung out and spent time together, you're like, yeah, you're a different kind of person. But
I'm a different.
That's why you're the self-discovery coach, and I am the enlightened, awakening coach. I can't remember exactly what. A spiritual awakening coach. I don't know, something.
Girl, I can't even remember our name half the time.
I know. It's okay though. We're having fun anyway.
Right. But another time when to set your boundary is if you are. If you submit to every demand your boss tells you, even if it's above and beyond what your coworkers do. Yeah. If you haven't had healthy boundaries modeled to you growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what is an implicit boundary?
Ooh, no.
So let's say I know some stuff about you.
Uh-huh.
Right? But then we stop being friends.
Uh-huh.
And then I go telling other people about your stuff.
Yeah.
That's me breaking an implicit boundary.
Okay.
Because the stuff we tell each other, that's personal.
Right.
That's just like, I would not expect an ex to go showing pictures or talking about our sex life, or
right.
Like back in the day, I had my partner in crime. We got into some stupid shit together.
Right.
Don't go and tell the next person.
Right.
That kind of stuff.
So
like an implicit boundary is basically just like common sense, like things you don't do.
Yep.
in relationship or even out of relationship. Like, you just don't do that. Like, I don't talk about, like, this has been an issue forever. New guys always want to know about the ex guys.
Yeah.
Because they want to know if they're better or whatever.
Right.
It's to boost their ego.
Yeah.
I do not talk about the old guys with the new guys.
Right.
You don't know if he was Prince Charming or if he beat the shit out of me. I'm not telling you that.
Right.
That's between us. That doesn't come forward.
Yeah.
And friends, like, I know. So people trust me with their dirt.
I know. I got some. Whew. Yeah.
So, yeah, an implicit boundary is just like, you should know that's a boundary.
Right.
Like, it shouldn't have to be spoken.
Yeah.
Don't cheat on me. You know, don't beat me up.
Right.
Like, those should be implicit boundaries.
Yeah.
You know, some people you have to
Spell it out for them.
And when you have to spell it out, it becomes an explicit boundary.
Yeah. And then, therefore, it turns into a big red flag.
Well, and it depends, you know, because just because I have to state a boundary doesn't mean it's a red flag.
Well, you're right. You're absolutely right. My first thought was, don't cheat on me. I shouldn't have to tell you that.
Right, because that's an implicit boundary.
Yeah. And if that happens, then...
If you're with a person that is also monogamous.
Right, but the thing is, if I'm, like, getting to know this person, and I have to ask that question, that to me is a red flag.
Oh, no, that's the time to ask all the questions. Man, I tell you what, y'all really should ask me out on a date, because I'm fun as hell. I ask... If it pops in my head, I ask it. And it's not like an interview, but I also tell on myself, you know, because like I was dating the one guy and I found out he was friends with somebody, right?
Oh.
And I'm like, I see you're friends with so-and-so. Now, as soon as she finds out we're friends, she's going to tell you I fucked her husband.
Mm.
So I'm telling you right now, I'm a husband fucker. I fucked her husband.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you're a husband fuck? Yeah. If that's your thing, whatever. You know, I'm not anymore. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But, like,
Right.
What you see is what you freaking get.
Well, yeah, and I agree with that. But the thing is, if I'm gonna, and now, like, if I go and meet somebody and talk to them to get to know them, I'm not going to say a deal breaker is if you cheat on me. I'm not going to say,
you're just going to
because
get to know them.
I'm not going into that relationship with, hey, I'm going to tell you up front, this is what's not going to work. I'm going to stand back. That would be how I used to be, because those things, but at this point in my energy, if there's even going to be the question...
Right. Yeah, because how would you feel on a date and he's like, look, if you don't cook my meals and if you don't give me like, you'd be like, see ya.
Yeah.
Like, they don't want that either.
You know, if we're going to, everybody's got to eat. If we're going to cook, hey, I enjoy cooking. Hey, I enjoy cooking too. Great. We can cook together.
Right.
But if you don't like
now,
cooking,
if you cook, I clean.
Well, that's,
you know, how do they
what
feel
I'm
about
saying.
that? Are they 50s, the woman does the stuff, or, you know,
well, and that's,
you feel them out and find out who they are and how they do things.
You know what, at my age, and for as much as I peopled, in a conversation, you pretty much know a lot of that already. Just from...
Do you know it or do you assume it?
I think there are certain phrases or body movements or there's definitely certain phrases that will trigger in a conversation.
Yeah. But then if that happens, I ask the question. I don't assume anything. That has bit me. I had a conversation with my ex.
Oh, that's right.
And he says, I knew if I wasn't a hard ass, badass, you wouldn't have nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I know if I wasn't a freak, you wouldn't have anything to do with me.
Right. But
He's not a hard badass, and I'm not a freak,
Yeah.
although I played one pretty well.
well,
But the thing is,
because you
like,
thought that's what he wanted.
and he thought that's what I wanted.
Yeah. Instead of communicating those boundaries.
Right. We weren't able to be ourselves because
Yeah.
we were playing a role we thought the other one wanted.
But then too, like at this point, I'm no longer gonna. That's one of my big boundaries. I'm no longer, if what you see is what you get. If I don't like something, I'm going to tell you right now versus, oh, I really love Jurassic Park movies. Oh, yeah, they're great.
Okay.
But if they're not, I know that that's not a deal breaker if I don't like Jurassic Park and you do. But
Right.
if I act like I do like it, then I'm just doing the boundary a disservice or that.
Right. And I get that. But there's also the flip side of that because I was paid the weirdest compliment. It was like, you are so good at that. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, acting like you give a shit. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Oh.
He got a job. He started detailing his vehicles, and this light means that, and this light combo, and the red, and the blue, and the amber, and the bin, it means the stuff.
Right.
I'm listening. Well, okay, I saw a truck that had this and this. Like, I thought only this could have that. It wound up being a conversation, because mansplaining.
Yeah.
Right? And then he's like, I know you don't care about that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't.
Right.
I don't care. But I care about you.
Yep.
And that's what you're into right now.
Yep.
And so I'm going to listen to you because I care about you. And so many times I've seen people have conversations and someone is talking about something that they're excited about or they just learned and someone's like, I don't care.
Oh.
And you just see the light go out in their eyes.
Yep.
I refuse.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that to somebody.
No.
So no, I may not give two shits about what you're talking about.
Right.
But I care about you.
Exactly.
So I'm going to engage.
That's what.
And
Excuse me. That's what makes you a good listener. And I mean, you help people express themselves without passing any kind of judgment.
right.
There's like no.
No judgment.
Yeah. There's no boundary.
Well, there is a boundary because there are some conversations I've had to shut down because there was that. No, I'm not listening.
Well,
to that.
right, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of times I consider like a boundary the filter that we listen through.
You'll have to explain that to me.
So when we hear things, it's like and this is again, I think one of those redefining. Because normally you just call it a filter.
Mm-hmm.
But for some people, and myself included until more recently, is that boundary was the only thing that I would let through. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Like keeping up those walls as a boundary.
So like your filter was your boundary and you would only
Right.
express certain things?
Well, I would only receive certain things. Like in a conversation.
Okay.
Like if we had a conversation about, we have a conversation about dogs.
Uh-huh.
You know my excitement and all of but you don't feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
So my excitement gets clogged in your filter or your boundary of this is not, that we're not like, I don't get excited like you do.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't express in the same way.
But I still let you.
You do. No, you do. You absolutely adore it.
You go on about, but I love your dogs now. So.
Well, you might be one of the few.
But still sometimes it's like, I don't. But you're excited. Right. And so I'm going to let you emote.
Exactly. But what I was saying, like with the other, like sometimes we talk about personal things, and because I don't understand or I don't have, it will come because there is something to it by the time I get to it. But
when we first started doing this, I said a cuss word and you said, forgive the cuss.
I said forgive.
You apologized to the audience
Oh.
for my cuss word.
Oh.
And then also, it was kind of a thing because you're like, not talking about past trauma.
Yeah.
I'm not going there.
Right.
Okay, that's fine. I respect that.
Right.
So I won't either. Even though that's my thing.
Right.
That's how I connect with people.
Right.
So to respect your boundary,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Right.
So your cutoff
Yeah.
was your boundary to not let that in.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Kind of like if we go out in public, I know I'm susceptible to others people's energy, so I put that boundary around me for protection.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes those boundaries aren't a healthy protection.
Yeah, but that's a spiritual thing, so
Yeah.
that's a little
Yeah,
different.
but I mean, on the outside and the physical or the mental or sometimes those boundaries are not.
Do you think sometimes boundaries could be
Okay.
a face? Is that what the whole RBF thing is? Like the difference between don't talk to her and, oh, she's approachable.
Oh, absolutely.
Could that be considered a boundary?
Oh, most definitely. Because I know if I'm in a shitty mood and I'm walking around and I don't have the energy to be my joyful self, to smile and pick, I'll walk with my head down.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to make eye contact with people because I don't have very good boundaries, and I smile and say hi to them anyways.
But when
even though I didn't really want to.
Right.
But-
Oh, I hate the accidental eye contact, man. But like if I'm feeling particularly ornery or if I'm just having a really bad day,
Yeah.
first of all, I put in all the body jewelry and I purposely make eye contact as I'm walking past you. I make aggressive eye contact.
I'll have to try that sometime.
People don't mess with you.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's
'Cause
got to
I'm
be
just like-
aggressive. It can't just be regular eye contact because then they think you want to talk or something. It's got to be aggressive. That's what I got to do with these new
I need
neighbors.
to find some aggression. That's the other thing. That's
You
why
do.
I never
You don't
got
get mad.
into a fight. I just
There's
took
some-
it all and
No,
yeah.
you need to get
I
angry.
know. I do. Well, I do have some angries, but most of the time I'm angry with myself.
See, you
Which
gotta,
is again, like that's the transformation that's happening, the redefining, and that's like hitting me really hard right now. But I'm getting there.
I have a
But I
feeling
still-
you've got a lot of pent up rage.
Yeah.
And once you find a way to express it in a healthy way, things are going to start changing for you.
And I've been thinking about that too.
We can go to one of those.
What I need, Rage Room.
Yes.
It's right over by Pixies.
Yeah.
I know. Maybe we should try that what's going on this weekend?
Well, I was going to do the video thing, but
that's right, with Juan
Yeah. I'm thinking about
Okay.
canceling
on Saturday.
to go Halloweening with Sam.
They-
She talked to Alex. Alex is watching the baby. I'm like, oh shit, I made plans, but
Where are they Halloweening at?
we'll go shopping for Halloween because that's her life is Halloween stuff.
Oh,
Like if it could be
to
Halloween year round,
Do they have one of those?
Spirits open.
Yes,
like
Spirits of Halloween.
the stores have the Halloween stuff. So Alex
So
is gonna
is
watch
the-
the baby.
So they're gonna want to go to the haunted house.
I don't know if she would take the
over off of
baby.
North Park.
I don't know. I've never been to a
Is that
haunted
far?
house.
Oh my gosh, they're so lame. But it's. I'm sorry. I mean,
I
a
went-
true
no,
haunted house
no,
would not be
listen.
lame.
This
but,
is so funny. My very first date ever in my whole life, right?
Yeah.
It was with my stepbrother. Anyway, another story. He takes me to the movies, right?
Yeah.
And I've never been on a date with a guy like, ooh. He says, this movie really, really sucks. I think you'll like it. That's what that made me think of. Okay, it was The Crow. That's how long ago it was.
Oh, I like that movie actually. But anyways, I just couldn't like Crows.
So it's lame. You'll love it.
But no, it's like hilarious.
uh-huh.
I mean, because they come at you with chainsaws and the one time we went, I'll tell you that story off camera because it was a little gross. But anyways, it was funny. We ended up laughing and we still talk about it. And I told Ben that I wanted to get him and Sean and David together because that's the time that it happened. And
they'll be
the
hilarious.
boys were teenagers and they're like, Mom, will you take us to the haunted house? And I'm like, yeah, sure, but I'm going with you because I like haunted houses. So I was the fourth wheel for a minute. But it was fun. But I noticed the billboard is up. And I want to get, it's like Scream Park.
See, it's like the startle for me. It hurts my back. So I don't know about...
No. I don't really think that there's much of a startle. Like, you see and you're like, yeah, I know something's going to happen.
And if somebody touches me, man, no. Don't touch me.
They're not supposed to.
Them reflexes.
It was that, but it was funny because we laughed most of the time. Like, oh yeah, there's a good guy coming out of there, and boop, there he was.
Right.
But anyways,
It'll be
it's
interesting.
fun though. It's something to do, and we'll see. Maybe the kids would like it.
Maybe.
Because they're the older boys, right?
Yeah.
So, okay.
We're done talking about boundaries.
All right. Yeah, we're
Obviously.
done talking about boundaries. So, and we are like, wait, this is really super long. It's going to take you forever to get these going, but
It is.
you're beautiful. I'm so thankful that you do it. I would do it, but you know,
It's on my phone.
it's all good. So, all right, well, we'll talk to you next time. And so we're gonna start a tarot series.
Yes,
Yes.
that's what we're gonna do.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab a few different decks and grab your decks too, because of course comments and lives would be really awesome. But
Mm-hmm.
so grab your decks. We're gonna grab a few of our decks, different oracles, and kind of compare and talk about
The cards.
the
Like,
cards themselves, but more in an intuitive
Yeah.
light rather
well, I
than
feel like it'll be like half and half.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like the people that can, this is a Gemini,
Yeah.
12,
Putting astrology into it.
fourth house.
Yeah.
I don't know any of that.
Yeah.
I'm an intuitive reader.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to talk about when we see you next time. And yeah, keep watching, comment, like, share.
All that stuff.
Bye.
Bye.